That's a cat holding on.
This cat making everyone curious. And it was like a game of cat and mouse, letting people in the van going 60 miles an hour know there's a cat on their roof.
Just before he came alongside me and started honking, I thought I heard a meow, and I didn't say anything to my boyfriend about it because I'm thinking to myself, well, why would I hear him meow? He's not in the van.
The van pulled over on Interstate 480 and realized it's their pet.
When I got him off the roof of the van, he wasn't scared at all. He wasn't shaking, he wasn't heart racing, nothing. We were more scared than him.
Michelle Krieger had several people call her after seeing our story, but she hadn't seen the video until now.
Oh, look at him. Oh, poor baby, look at him. Oh, see, I heard him meow too. I bet that's when I heard him meow. I bet that's when I heard him meow, that one meow right there. Because, I'm glad he held on.
Krieger says the 2-year-old cat was up there for 2 miles, living up to his name, Rebel.
But he just takes off, does what he wants. He's a rebel. He does everything he wants to do.
This is what he looks like when he's not wandering the neighborhood during the day.
Rebel, kitty, 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 kitty. Mama's fuzzy baby kitty.
Rebel is often inside or under the van, but never on top. Well, at least, not usually.
So ever since then, are you checking the van?
Oh, every night, every day we leave. We look under the van and on top of the van now.
Crazy story. Chin Doan reporting. Now, the owner says she is thankful to the people who got her attention and everyone who's been asking about her pet. As we said, the cat likes to wander, and the family couldn't coax him out when we visited, but he is back home tonight, back in that van.
That's great.
There you go.
He's got 9 lives. Still got him.
That's right.
We had ourselves a really warm day here today. You guys were talking about low 90s for temperatures. Tomorrow, maybe up there again, and there's a chance we'll get a shower or thunder shower in there. I'm going to go Ramby factor 6, say it'll be okay for working outside, but a little more concerned about the late afternoon and evening now, the chance of a shower or a thunderstorm. Look at the old market, beautiful downtown Omaha, the view from the Embassy Suites on 10th Street, 85 temperature. Dew points dropped off a bit at 58, feels pretty good with that southeast wind at 13 miles an hour. Down to 78 Tacoma, 77 in Creston, a lot of low 80s in southwest Iowa and also southeast Nebraska. The radar, quieter on the metro. There's a little thunder shower here just north of Norfolk here. This stuff is lifting northward into Pierce County. Most of the metro and the viewing area stayed dry here today, but as you look at the Midwest here, there are a few clouds and showers to the west of us. Look at that, maybe there's a little tiny sprinkle that formed here very briefly this evening there in West Omaha for just a minute or two. Severe weather watches western South Dakota, western Nebraska, but I'm looking at this. See a little disturbance here in Missouri and eastern Kansas. That looks like it's trying to come north. It's not going to bring us any severe weather tomorrow, but it's possible there could be a spotty afternoon shower or thunder shower. There's 3 a.m. Here's morning drive time, couple of clouds, showers off to the north of us. There's the morning, lunchtime, not much going on. But I'm looking at, there's a little moisture down here. Maybe southwest Iowa gets something in the afternoon, maybe northeast Nebraska. We'll mostly wait until later tomorrow night for some storms to develop and then push down to the southeast, perhaps after midnight tomorrow night. And while this doesn't show it into the metro, certainly a possibility. The day tomorrow is going to be hot again, low 70s in the morning, low 90s in the afternoon. This weekend, 94 Saturday and Sunday. Here's our storm predictor overnight. The rain tracks northeastward and diminishes. Should have some sun in the morning. Maybe a spotty pop-up shower, thunder shower in the afternoon, especially southwest Iowa, and then probably a better chance of some of these storms getting in here as we go in later on for tomorrow night. 69 for the low tonight. The showers stay west of us and temperatures stay pretty warm. Tomorrow morning, already 74 by 8 a.m., 87 at lunchtime, 91 at 4 o'clock, strong southeast wind. And again, it's possible there could be a spotty shower or thunder shower later in the afternoon and a better chance into the evening. And then as you head toward Friday, again, maybe a spotty shower or thunder shower early or late in the day. Really could use some moisture here as we had some decent rainfall on Tuesday morning, but it looks really hot through the weekend and into next week. So if we could just somehow sneak in a half an inch or an inch of rain tomorrow night, that'd be perfect. Just in time for the holiday weekend.
Otherwise,
let's try for the weekend.
Drag out the sprinklers, right?
Yeah, you're right.
There you go. Thanks, Phil. We'll still ahead a look at the new exhibit going up at Omaha's Henry Doorly Zoo.
When we come back, what you can expect to see now that the first phase is open. You're watching Newswatch 7 at 9 on MeTV Omaha.
Well, it's been 2 days since she earned the crown, and it still doesn't feel real for Miss Nebraska.
And today we spoke with the latest winner of the Miss USA pageant. Papillion native Sarah Rose Summers is in New York City now this morning as we connected on Skype.
I'm excited to take on this journey and be independent and speak my voice throughout the year. And that's become a little bit more real. But then today, when I woke up in my new home, in my apartment in the city, and was able to go, I've done interviews all morning, and it's been a ton of fun already.
I can imagine. Summers is a certified child life specialist. She says she's excited to volunteer and prepare for the Miss Universe pageant.
Good luck to her.
Well, from Indian rhinos wallowing in the mud
To red pandas playing in the grass, the zoo is set to let you into the Asian Highlands Project.
Newswatch 7 at 9, Sean Everson has the latest on Phase 1.
The Asian Highland exhibit opens to the public on Thursday, but today we get a sneak peek at what zoogoers can expect to see. Step through the gateway and onto the trail to be transported to the Himalayan foothills. This red panda enjoying an afternoon snack, while the Indian rhino basks in the sunlight.
When you see these animals in the displays we've created for them, you get a whole different feel for the animal because they're in some sort of natural context.
Cranes and deer native to the grasslands of India and Nepal are still getting used to their home. Zoo director Dennis Pates says you won't find an exhibit like this anywhere else.
I don't know if anybody will have done as complete a Himalayan exhibit as we've done here in the U.S. So it's more or less a one-of-a-kind kind of exhibit as it stands right now.
This is Phase 1, which is only 20 to 25% of the entire $22 million project that will eventually cover 8 acres on the far east side of the grounds. Zoogoers are eager to check it out.
The red panda definitely being one of the things that I've been really excited to see.
I haven't seen anything like this at any zoo, so I'm really excited to see what's in there.
Another bonus for visitors, most of these animals are adaptive to cold environments and will be out year-round. Phase 2 will include areas for sloth bears, tigers, and snow leopards.
It helps with the learning, it helps with the appreciation. Frankly, it even helps with the respect and awe people have when they see these animals.
Construction on the rest of the exhibit is scheduled to be completed in spring of 2019. Reporting from Henry Doorly Zoo, Sean Everson, KETV News Watch 7.
And when we come back, Iowa baseball begins its Big Ten title defense in Omaha.
Thor has highlights and reaction from TD Ameritrade Park. You're watching News Watch 7 at 9. This is MeTV Omaha.